position of office. We feel that it's a square peg in a square hole for you to be having chosen out of the lot to mount the saddle of the state. And we are very proud of it and we congratulate you. Let me also thank you for giving us the opportunity to have this meeting with you, given your very, very tight schedule. We appreciate it and we don't take it for granted. And let me also thank the Chief of Staff for, taking my too much troubles and calling you severally. I feel a little bit nostalgic because I've been here before, being a son of the soil in several capacities as special advisor on projects and the head of the Bureau for Special Projects for some time, and then as Commissioner for Works, and as Commissioner for Works and Special Projects again, before His Excellency, Mr. President, graciously appointed me to head this agency. His Excellency, we are here to present to you a myriad of projects we are going to be embarking upon in Rivers State. We are going to be embarking on 43 constituency projects and 26 core capital projects, totaling 69 projects in Rivers State alone in the year 2025. Let me seize this opportunity to thank Mr. President for graciously funding the BCDA the way it has never been funded before. The fund BCDA has for infrastructure projects is like 10 times what it has gotten before in the previous years. The BCDA is an agency of government set up by the BCDA Act of 2010, to ameliorate the plights of the border community dwellers. We have over 26 million indigents of border communities in Nigeria spread across 21 states of the Federation and 105 local government areas of the Federation. Some people misconstrue the Border Communities Development Agency to deal with issues of internal borders. No, we deal with issues that have to do with the external border communities, at the fringes of the country, at the fringes of the Nigerian map. And so it cuts across 21 states. Why border communities? They are the first line of defense. They are the first persons you meet when you come into the country through our land borders. We have borders with Niger, we have borders with Chad, we have borders with Cameroon, we have borders with Benin Republic. And we have 105 LGAs spread across 21 states that are involved. And the contemplation of the act establishing the BCDA had thought it wise to look into the infrastructural and socioeconomic development of these people because they are often far from the center. They are underserved. It's even better for me to use the word unserved. And so they are, they lack basic amenities. In fact, there was a day I traveled to Samia community with the Minister of Foreign Affairs and the Controller General of Customs. It took us a whole full day, even if we flew, to access one border community. You see Nigeria here, you just cross maybe 2 poles away and you see Sagbena community in Benin Republic. If you look at the facilities they have and you look at the facilities we have, you might be ashamed to be a Nigerian. That is why BCDA has been set up to look into the infrastructural and socioeconomic development of our border communities. It is totally acceptable for us to have a border community that will be crossing over to another border community in another country for education and then for health services. At the end of the day, they end up singing the national anthem of the other country. And Mr. President has said that is unacceptable, and we have taken it upon ourselves to make sure that we ameliorate their plights. There are over 3,000 of such communities, and we've started with our intervention. Our intervention and our focus this year, we've come up with our strategic action plan. Our intervention, basically, we are focusing on water supply, because water is very important. Almost all border communities do not have access, to potable water. We're also focusing on education, to provide good education for the border community dwellers. We're focusing on health. We're focusing on social services, agriculture, and the rest of them. And of course, power, because most of them are not linked to the national grid. So we're coming up with off-grid, power solutions for all of these border communities. It might interest you to know that River State also have border communities. Akwa Ibom State, Cross River States also have border communities. But much of those in the Niger Delta area are maritime borders. Those in the northern and western areas are land borders. And so we have maritime borders too. We are planning with the Chinese border agency to see how we can come up with good security structure and network, satellite-based and drone-based for our maritime borders and our land borders. We're also collaborating with the Ministry of Interior to see how we can securitize our land borders. That is not the discussion for today. That will come up very soon, but I think that will be one of the biggest boosts for our renewed hope agenda led by Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So I've come here to basically notify you that we will be embarking on 69 projects in Rivers State alone this year, and particularly for border communities. And then next year we'll do more than we are doing this year. Totally in the country, we are doing about 250 projects this year alone. In fact, one of the solar mini-grid projects that we have, which is a pilot case, will be located in River State here. The other one will be in Borno State. The other one will be in Jigawa State. And the other one will be in the Etung area of Cross River State. Around the Etung area, around the Danare area, around the Bakassi area, we have very critical border communities we intend to, even Akpoti-Uduaghan local government, to intervene on. In Cross River State, around the Eket area, around the Eket area, and around the Ikorabas area, we have maritime borders. In River State, most of the communities around Akpoti-Uduaghan local government area, around the Andoni area, are all maritime borders. Just to mention a few, we have land borders in Kebbi State, in the Samiya area. Just to mention a few, we have Ilela in Sokoto, we have Megatari in Jigawa State, we have in Taraba, and a lot of other states, just to mention a few. And so we'll be doing a lot of intervention this year. And we are very sure that before the end of the year, you will join us in the Presidential Villa Banquet Hall, as we're going to be having an international event that will bring together all the governors of those 21 states, the deputy governors too, being heads of the border and boundary commissions in their various states, and then we'll be expecting at least 4 presidents or vice presidents from our ECOWAS nations, especially those that share border with us, so that we can jointly plan for the security and the infrastructural and socioeconomic development for our border community dwellers. Your Excellency, another good news I've come with is that we intend to set up a zonal office of the Border Communities Development Agency in Port Harcourt here. We've just set up the Western Zonal Office in Lagos State. We also have offices in Borno State and Katsina State. And so we intend to kickstart with this, as in fact, we've even started the employment process. And so what is holding us back is why we are here, to seek your support to provide for us an office space for the Border Communities Development Agency. I believe this was going to be one of the few agencies under the presidency that will have a zonal office here in Port Harcourt, and I'm happy that it is going to be happening during my tenure and during your tenure. I'm happy about it. I'm proud about it. And so, sir, this office is going to serve the states that are around. It's going to serve Rivers, Akwa Ibom, Cross River, and because we have a lot of projects to embark upon in all of these areas. So instead of sending project inspectors, for instance, from Abuja all the way down here, they will operate from our zonal offices. And we've graciously gotten the approval of Mr. President, and we intend to start that as soon as possible. If we have an office space today, we'll start today. If we have it tomorrow, we'll start tomorrow, and I'll call you on that day to come and open the office. It might please you to note, our dear administrator, that the Border Communities Development Agency has a governing board. Yes, I'm the Chief Executive Officer, but the governing board is led by the Vice President, Senator Kashim Shettima, and he has been very supportive of everything.
I think it's our delight to have you and your team visit Rivers State to share with us what you do in the Border Communities Development Agency, as well as what you have for us here in Rivers State. We warmly welcome you and your team. And your visit is timely in the sense that you are visiting us at the point of period of stabilization. Having been here, we all know what the situation was like and what the state was missing by not providing the enabling environment for not just federal agencies, but development partners to have access to deliver their goodwill to the state. And so we warmly welcome you and appreciate the packages you have highlighted that you intend to share with the state and its people. Let me also acknowledge your congratulatory message that you extended to me, and to assure you that in the period that I'm here, we will try as much as possible not to disappoint the people of the state and Nigerians as a whole. I want to commend your role and in advancing development of border areas and vulnerable communities in the border areas within the country. 21 states sharing borders and appearing to be neglected, perhaps it's an understatement. I feel we should look inward and see what we have, even with the communities that are not sharing borders, that are not that far from the state capitals. And I believe this country is so well endowed and rich to be able to bring even development to everybody. We have so many government agencies, development agencies, we have international donor agencies that are all trying to support the development of the nation. But one thing is lacking. We've not been able to coordinate our activities to provide assistance and development based on the needs of the people. And sometimes we come from wherever our headquarters are and bring support, assistance, and projects that are not required by the people. And so the people for whom this support is going to do not see the need for it. And so they don't take ownership of such projects. And so I want to commend you for coming around to let us know that you have 69 projects that you intend to bring to the state. I will implore you, like you had stated, I have with me here permanent secretaries from different ministries that I believe cover the socioeconomic and infrastructural departments and needs of the state. So I'm sure when you meet with them, they'll be able to look at what you have and then determine which parts of the state require some of these projects that you may have for the state. And I'm also happy to note that you have considered having your zonal headquarters here in the state. I think we are excited at that. Once it was a notification through the formal channels, we will pursue that to ensure that we identify a place for you either temporarily or permanently for you to be able to. The state, River State, is host to quite a lot of agencies of government. We have NDDC headquarters here. We have refineries. We have NIMASA. We have NPA and other such agencies, and it's a testament to the hospitality of the people of River State. So we look forward to collaborating with you as this will further enhance our developmental efforts here in the state. And be rest assured that we'll do whatever we can on our own part to support your activities. Once again, I welcome you all to River State. Find time and enjoy yourself and support the hospitality of the people of River State. Thank you and God bless.
We will now invite Dr. George Kelly to sign the visitors register.